Fishing has always been a part of Monster Hunter since the first game. In the older games, there's a mission where we need to deliver a fish, and there's also a weapon that we can create from fish that we catch. The fishing mechanic have never been changed very much for almost 20 years. You throw your bait, wait the fish to bite your bait, and then press a button repeatedly to catch the fish. Well, it can be said that the mechanic get a slightly upgrade in Monster Hunter World, where in that game we can choose in what location that we want to throw our bait. We cannot do this in the older game. It just stuck in one location. Also, if you're being lazy, we can just use the capture net to get the fish in Monster Hunter World. And the best part is, we can keep the fish in our personal room, which is great. And suddenly, after 20 years, the Monster Hunter Wilds developer decided to change the fishing mechanic, and it's not for the better, but for the worse. You see, in this new game, there's a new mechanic where we need to lure the fish by moving our left analog stick up and down. If we didn't do this, the fish often didn't bite your bait at all. Well, it's actually not going to be a big problem if the fishing mechanic is consistent, but it's not. To be honest, it's not really a big deal if we just want to catch the fish for material, because we can just use the capture net just like in Monster Hunter World. But the problem is, there's a fishing side quest from Kanya in Scarlet Forest where using capture net is forbidden. The two first fishing quests from her is actually easy. You catch a common fish,
Time for a true master angler to shout.
and then a golden fish. The real problems start to appear in the third quest, where we need to catch this damn fish, the graphite bowfin. Graphite bowfin is not a common fish, it's a rare one, so it's not always found in the location where they can appear. The rarity is not actually the problem, because you can just go fast travel to different region or just rest near the location until the fish appear. The real problem is, this fish is really like to ignoring your bait, like it didn't give a shit about your bait. I literally tried to catch the fish for 1 hour, but it didn't want to bite my bait. I already tried all the bait type and lure the fish, but it just didn't care. The funny thing is, the other common fish are actually biting my bait. After a painful 1 hour, I decided to just abandon the side quest. Well, until I clear every mission and didn't have other things to do, so I get back to finish the quest. Luckily, I found a fishing tutorial from YouTube, but it's not the video that helping me, it's the comment section. It turned out that many people experiencing the same thing like me, and some good fellas replying and giving an advice. And it's actually worked. So what is the advice? It turned out that to lure the graphite bowfin, we need to spin the left analog like a circle slowly. The game didn't tell us about that, and just like that, I finally get the damn fish. You think the problem is solved? No, it's not, because in the fourth quest, Kanya ordered us to catch a whooper, and it's more annoying than graphite bowfin. First thing first, a whooper is not a name of a fish. It's a phrase that are used when we catch big fish in Monster Hunter Wilds. Why we need a phrase for catching a big fish? Because there's a new mechanic for catching the big fish. To catch the big fish, we have to move the left analog according to the fish movement. And if the big fish jumps, we need to press R2 and move the left analog according to the direction of the fish jump. Then, after the fish stops moving, we have to move the left analog up and down to pull the fish. Although I prefer to rotate the left analog like a madman. It will be a little difficult at first, but once you get used to it, you will be able to catch a lot of big fish. The problem is, again, the big fish are often ignoring our bait for a long time. You throw your bait near them, they ignore it. You throw the bait a bit far, they still ignore it. The lure thing is not consistent, and they still ignore your bait even if you use the right bait. It's like fishing is broken in this game. After being frustrated for a long time, I just decided to throw my bait in the middle of bunch of fish. I had like a couple of common fish at first, but after that successfully hooked a tuna and catch it in the end. Fortunately, the last fishing quest is easy like the first and second mission. We just need to catch Grand Escunite, and it's reacting fast to the lure. And I feel so relieved after successfully completing Kanya fishing quest. I feel more relief than when I successfully defeat Fatalis in Monster Hunter World. I just didn't know why did Capcom decided to change the fishing mechanic after all this year. I mean, why you need to make fishing more complicated and not consistent? This is a monster hunting game, not a fishing game. Also, what's the point of getting all the fish with this hard new mechanic when we cannot put the fish in aquarium in our personal room, like in Monster Hunter World? It's just not that worth it in Monster Hunter Wilds. I do hope that they give us a personal room later in expansion. If not, I think I'm not going to touch my fishing rod in a while. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Do please hit the subscribe button if you like to watch more Monster Hunter Wilds content, because I'm planning to make many for this year. In the meantime, you can also watch my other video here. See you again in my next video.